We're going to talk about domain and range of a relation. The domain is the set of all x values of a relation. The range is the set of all y values of a relation. And a relation is a function if no x repeats. So in the first example, we're given a set of points. Negative 2, 3, 6, 8, negative 1, 0, and 2, 8. So my domain is just all the x values. And again, all the x values are the numbers that come first in each parentheses. So my domain would be negative 2, 6, negative 1, and 2. The range is all the y values, or the second number in each parentheses. So the range would be 3, 8, 0, and 8. Now, to tell whether it's a function, we look at the domain. As long as all the domain is different, it is a function. So none of these numbers in the domain repeat, because negative 2 and 2 are still two different numbers. So since none of them repeat, it is a function. In example 2, I'm given the points negative 2, negative 3, negative 3, 6, negative 1, 0, and negative 2, 7. Again, domain is the x values. So negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, and negative 2. The range is the y values. So I got negative 3, 6, 0, and 7. Now in this case, again, we go back and look at the domain to see if it's a function. Here I have negative 2 twice, so that tells me it's not a function. So it's not a function since negative 2 repeats. So that's how you tell whether or not a relation's a function if they give you a set of points. Now if I want to look at a graph, we do what's called the vertical line test. And that means basically we hold our pencil or whatever at a vertical line and we move it across the graph. As long as it's only touching the graph at one point as we move it, it is a function. So on the third example here, if I move my pencil straight across, it's only hitting the graph at one point at a time. So that is a function. If we look at example 4, if I move it, see how the graph's hitting the vertical line here and here. So it's hitting the graph twice. If it hits the graph twice or more, it's not a function. Same thing down here on example 5. The pencil is hitting the graph twice, so it's not a function. Example 6, it would only hit the graph one time as I slide it across. So it is a function.